Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to take a look at the new World of Tanks Blitz trailer and are going to talk a little bit about the upcoming tank that we should be able to see in the game pretty soon. So let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. But before that, I just want to tell you guys that I will be in holidays till next Monday, so I'll not upload anything because, and yeah, that's it. The trailer is called World of Tanks Blitz coming soon, new in-game event and much more, and it seems like nowadays Wargaming tend to tease more and more with their YouTube channel. Maybe they want to grow it or in something like that, and it's pretty cool because at least we have a visual effect rather than just a pop-up text on their official Discord that they say, hey, we are working on that. So at least it makes it feel alive. So they cooked a lot of things to us, starting with the first frame they are showing. You see a Yak Panzer, but if you take a closer look, you see also the Object 268 version 4. Wargaming already said that those changes that you see right now on screen, or anything you're going to see except for the new tanks that they're teasing at the end, everything is coming into the game for the 8.10 update. So we're not going to get the 9.0 as I thought at first. We're going to get an 8.10 and after maybe the 9.0. And for the 8.10 update, boys, the Object 268 version 4, basically an overpowered Object 268 and a premium version, will come into the game probably with crates. Sorry for that, but hey, you all know how Wargaming is working. Now we have the traditional bug hacking system with the scene where you see them kind of doing their things, I guess. And yeah, it's starting with the new operation. I'm not gonna bother with this. It's just kind of a license that allows you to have multiple missions. Maybe we can just take a closer look at the kind of missions we have. Fight 5, 15, 35 battles. I don't know yet if it's going to be for the battle pass. I guess so, because we have week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. So maybe it's the new way battle pass are gonna be implemented, because you see that it has kind of the same icon as the previous battle pass. And if it's the case, finally they worked back on the battle pass, which is a good thing. And now it's called license. I guess that Wargaming finally understood that people tend to get bored about their battle pass, their monthly battle pass, and they're still implementing one, but with new different stuff on it. And with it comes the new tank that comes with those license. It's an M10 Wolverine. It's a French tank. Finally, we have a Frenchie and a tank destroyer. And basically, it should have a great gun, not the best armor, and an average mobility, same as the regular Wolverine we already had into the game. With it comes new camos that I kind of don't care about, to be honest. So just let's pass through new events. Oh yeah, they are allowing you to get the M41D, which is the equivalent of a tier 7 premium bulldog, and the WZ-112-2, one of the greatest heavy tanks to brawl at tier 8. So yeah, it's going to be completely for free, because if you are an OG player, you remember that those kind of events, or at least the background of this specific event, plus how it's composed, reminds you of the Dracula and Helsing event, where you could get both for free. I'm not sure that you can get both for free though. Maybe knowing Wargaming, you're gonna have to choose between both of them, between one of them. And if it's the case, take the WZ-112-2, because you would rather have a tier 8 premium than a tier 7, and knowing that the tier 8 is better than the tier 7, well, you get your choice. AG graphics, nothing to comment here, just admire the beautiful work that has been done by Wargaming. I'm not a big fan of those changes. I mean, it's nice, but I would love for them to maybe add a little bit more details on the tanks, but I assume that unfortunately, as not everyone has the biggest phones, it's kind of hard to put into consideration. Now there we go, new camos. What the heck is that? This is the thing that made me shiver when I saw the freaking teaser. Like, goddamn, this is literally a Hot Wheels tank. But at least it reminds me of Mad Max. And as we know, the K91 seems to be a Mad Max tank. I mean, when you take a look overall at the tank, it has nothing in common with other tanks. It just feels weird and ugly. And adding an ugly camouflage on it kind of makes it, I'm not gonna say beautiful, but yeah, I guess the developers had some fun with this. This one, oh, I should have do it without yeah. So here the WZ121 GFT, a legendary camo and attachment. It's called Beast if I'm not mistaken, and well, this is why they put kind of hairs in the back of the tank. And yeah, this I don't know what was the last one we saw, and the other camos that are gonna be common and easy to get. Now things are going to be interesting. New vehicles, the Object 274A, a tank that Wargaming already teased in the past, and well, this tank is a medium, a Russian medium. We already talked about it. We already did a full review of the tank before it gets into the game, so I encourage you to take a look at it. And well, it seems like Wargaming in the meantime added some legendary camo. What I like about this tank is that it truly looks like a T22 medium at tier 8, but guys, do not forget it's not a T22 medium, and you will not have the exact same armor as this tank, otherwise it would be broken. And now we have this. This is probably the most interesting thing, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. What you see right there doesn't seem to be a medium. Maybe I'm wrong, because after all, they are posing each other side by side, and the Object 274 is confirmed to be a medium. But right on the left of it, no, on the right, this tank, which is a Czech tank, I mean, obviously we see that it's one. I do not think that it's necessarily a medium. My guess is that it's a heavy one. We don't know anything for now about those tanks, unfortunately. But if my theory is correct and this is heavy, it means that Wargaming is already working on a new Czech line, and this Czech line being the CIS56 or something like that. You know what? Let's take a look at it. Here we are on tanks.gg, a website that allows you to see the tech trees from World of Tank based on nations. And as we already have the TVP that we're not going to bother talking about in this video, we also have the heavy line. And here things are a little bit interesting, because when I click on the TNH105, the tier 8, you're gonna see that even if it's not necessarily a lookalike of the tank we just saw, it truly feels like something we should be able to see in the game pretty soon. And if my theory is correct, it confirms that we're gonna be able to get the mighty one, the VZ55, a Czechoslovakian tier 10 tank. If I'm not mistaken, this tank is equipped with an autoloader, but I can't remember exactly yet. Rate of fire 5 rounds a minute, penetration 260, average damage 419. It's not going to be the case in World of Tank Blitz. It's probably going to be 440 because they are lowering down everything. But still, it's kind of interesting to see that Wargaming is teasing, because usually that's what they do. They tease a premium on a new line, like a Czechoslovakian heavy, and after, in the meantime, they're implementing those tanks in the game. And as we had previously a Czechoslovakian premium tank being implemented, the CS58, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember the name exactly because I was in a break when Wargaming released it, but basically all of those signs are confirming that we're pretty soon gonna get the VZ55 into the game, and it's kind of cool. But now, enough teasing. The tank you just saw in the trailer is the Škoda T45. It's a project for a heavy tank developed in the mid-40s based on the Škoda concepts and requests of Porsche. The plans called for using an electromechanical transmission and a diesel engine. Such a design had been used for the Tiger P, existed only in blueprints like usual. And here, if you want to take a look at the statistics, I encourage you to first take a look at the regular statistics on whatever site you want, because this tank is from World of Tank PC. And secondly, maybe take a look at a replay with the tank. The main characteristics of that tank is that it reloads fast because it has a pew-pew gun, and it doesn't have the best gun depression ever, unfortunately, which means that it's not necessarily going to be the greatest tank of all time, but if you're a collector, maybe that would be a good idea for you to get your hands on it. But basically, do not expect it to be broken at all, at least from World of Tank, because maybe that in World of Tank Blitz, they are going to make it so broken that it's going to be unbearable for most of us. But it kind of reminds me of the AMX M445 with a little bit more armor on the turret, because after all, the gun mantlet of that thing is packing some serious armor. But putting that aside, it's not necessarily the greatest tank of all time, as just mentioned. So, well, if we do a quick summary of what we saw, we know that right now the Battle Pass are becoming licenses, that those licenses are giving us the possibility of having better missions and easier missions that are not necessarily blocked by time, because you don't have to wait, for example, 12 hours for the old missions to restart in order to get, the currency for the Battle Pass by accomplishing boring missions, etc., which is a nice thing. And finally, we have those new tanks. We have the Object 274, the Object 268 version 4, and the Škoda T45. What will be your choice? Personally, my main to go is obviously the tier 10, because I'm in love with tier 10 premiums, and especially the Object 268 version 4, which is known to be one of the greatest tanks, at least in World of Tank. We will see what they do in Blitz as well, but I'm pretty confident that they will totally fuck it up in order for us to get something broken, because right now, unfortunately, with the war going on, they need money. And what's the best way to make money? Proposing broken tanks. So hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video, and tell me in the comments for which tank you're the most excited, or even which mechanic, because after all, the nice graphics are a nice touch as well. See ya.